Why do people ghost? Ghosting. It's our modern day disappearing act when someone suddenly stops talking to you for no reason.
Why?
Well, we're going to speak to a clinical psychologist who explains why people ghost. We're also going to chat about the emotional aftermath of being ghosted, and we're going to end this video with some ways you can move on from someone who randomly vanished. Before diving into it, hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and click the bell button so you can be notified each time we upload a new video. If by chance you haven't been ghosted, major kudos, let's define it. According to the dictionary, ghosting is the act or practice of abruptly cutting off all contact with someone by no longer accepting or responding to phone calls, instant messages, etc. It's quick, ruthless, and unfortunately very common. Now, ghosting isn't limited to just romantic relationships. It can happen with family, friends, or even at work. No matter the situation, being abandoned is hard. Dr. Vanita Mehta, a clinical psychologist and relationship expert, explains what can happen to someone after they've been ghosted.
Obviously, ghosting is a really difficult experience for the person who has been ghosted, and just having somebody who you thought things were going well with just disappear from your life. What I've seen in my practice is two general reactions. One is anger. How could somebody not give me the courtesy of having a conversation and just letting me know how they feel? And then the other is more difficult, where somebody questions their sense of self-worth and they ask themselves, is there something about me that would have caused this person to just disappear from my life? And I think that what might shape these reactions is how much emotional reserves they had before this experience happened.
So who would do this to someone? Why would someone ghost another person?
The studies show that there are 5 general reasons. One is convenience, where the ghoster just finds it more convenient to drop off, perhaps just a text or perhaps nothing, because it's easier than dealing with the feelings that having that conversation would arouse in them or in the other person, and then having to deal with that. Another reason is loss of attraction, where they just felt that their interest in another person was waning. And again, instead of having a conversation to express that feeling or sentiment, it's too uncomfortable, so they just disappear. Another reason is safety. I think this would fall on the more reasonable side of things, where the person that you went on dates with did something that made you feel unsafe, and so that's really more about self-protection. Another reason is that you had a negative interaction with this person, and so instead of expressing that sentiment by ghosting, they found a way to bypass having that difficult conversation. And another reason why people ghost has to do with the relationship state, and this has to do with the ghoster basically assessing whether or not a conversation is warranted. Often we think about ghosting really being relevant more in the romantic realm, but it can also apply to friends or acquaintances. And so the ghoster basically makes an assessment about whether or not the seriousness of the relationship or the attachment warrants having the conversation.
Now that we know some of the reasons why someone would ghost, it doesn't make healing any easier. What advice or tips do you have for someone?
You might need to give yourself the ending that was not given to you. What can you do to have things travel around that last part of the arc? And part of that just might be just acceptance, just accepting that there are certain things that you don't have control over. And that might help to bring that kind of experience to a full close.
Now, if you plan on ghosting someone, well, listen to what Dr. Mehta has to say.
I would really encourage people to think about, if they're going to ghost somebody, what that might mean for the other person. Is that really the kindest way to bring a relationship to a close?
AKA, don't do it, people. At least send a text like, hey, you're great. Person's name. Think we want different things and don't want to waste your time. Boom, done, send. Alrighty friends, if you liked this video, make sure to hit the like button, click that little bell button to get notified each time we post new content, and while you're at it, go smash that subscribe button too. Buki, my co-host, and I are on a mission to bring you everything you ever wanted to know about health and wellness. I'm Lisa B, and I'll see you next week. Stay healthy, deep divers. Bye.